Well, happy President's Day, y'all. Let's make a cherry pie, want to? This is a pie recipe that is out of my cookbook. It's the very first one that's listed. And I made a typo. It's Gail's Cherry Crisp. I guess I had apples on the brain because you can make this into an apple crisp if you want to, because I put apple in the title. But I have 10 cookbooks left, and I've ordered more, and I fixed the typo. This is the easiest thing you're ever going to do in your entire life, y'all. Just take 1 can of cherry pie filling. Now, if you want to do the apple, you would take 1 can of apple pie filling and you would add 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And you just dump it right in your pie pan. And there's no crust. Hot dog. Pretty happy about that, huh? All right. Then we'll spread this out. Then we'll take about a teaspoon of almond extract. Y'all, there's always something in one recipe that you think, that is wonderful. That is the best thing I've ever had in my life. So let's just add this a capful. That's about 1/2 teaspoon. And I'm just going to drizzle this around like that. And then let me show you how we're going to mix it in. Not using another dish now, because look at all the other dishes I got. I don't wash. I want to have dishpan hands. So you just mix that around. Easy peasy. Oh, it smells so good. Almond extract always reminds me of Jergens hand lotion. I love that smell. Okay, there we go. Now, let me set this here. Whoops. Let's put the topping on first. Now, let's see, 4 to 5 slices of gluten-free bread. Now, you people that are lucky enough to eat anything, you can use your favorite light bread. You can use Wonder, Sunbeam, whatever your favorite is. And you cut them up into itty bitty little teeny little pieces and leave the crust on. You're going to want that crunch, and you're going to want to get this everywhere. You really don't want to see any cherries or apple filling if that's what you're doing. You could do this with blueberry pie filling also. And one thing, I cannot wait until it gets warm enough to get outside and fire up the smoker, because I'm going to cook this summer on the smoker, and I think that's really going to, woohoo, that one ran away with the spoon over there. I think it'll really be good. And that one did too. It'd be a great time to have a dog in the house. They could just come along behind me and clean up my messes. All right, so there we go. So now to this, I have 1 stick of butter that I have melted, and it's cooled some. And I'm going to put 1 cup of sugar, and if you want to use a sugar substitute, you could do that. Just get this mixed around here a little bit. And then I have 1 beaten egg, and we're going to put that in here too. Now, the first time I ever made this, my Donnie and I were standing at the kitchen sink whenever I dished us up a little bit of it, and we both looked at each other and was like, where has this been all of our life? I want to add about a teaspoon of just some regular vanilla. And this is some of that homemade vanilla we've made together. So you could type in Kimmy's Southern Cooking homemade vanilla, or just Kimmy's Southern Cooking vanilla in the search bar, and it should show up. It's some yummy stuff though. All right, there we go. Now, we're going to drizzle this all over, trying to get some on every little piece. And this makes the best crunchy crunch on top. You will be so excited. And all of your people will be too. Yeah, there's one that needs a little oven. Ooh. All right. I think that's a bit. That's about it. Okay. All right, my oven is preheated to 375. And I'm going to put this in there in about 30 to 45 minutes or so. I'm going to keep an eye on it, and we'll get back together and we'll get us a bite of this luscious goodness. Look how pretty this is. This was in the oven for about 35 minutes, and the topping sounds wonderful to me. All right, let's just get us a little dish of this up here. This is so good. This is the perfect little dessert because it doesn't have a crust, so you didn't have to do that. And you got all the crunchy crunch from the bread on the top, and it's just, y'all, you gotta make it, whether you make it with the apple or the blueberry. You're going to love it as much as we do. So let's just get us a bite. Every time I take a bite of this, it just amazes me how good it is. Simple things in life, y'all. Mercy me. Mmm. Magical. I'll say it's magical. It's really, really good. And I'll put a link so you can order this cookbook if you want to. And I'll put some pictures at the end that'll show what's in the table of contents so you can see if it's something that you think you'd be interested in. All right, y'all. I cannot tell a lie. This cherry pie is fantastic. And I'll see you next time. Y'all go do something fun. Bye, y'all.